Welcome to Active Living at the Active Life. We've got a great show for you today. We're going to first meet some line dancers at the Active Life, some instructors, then some students. Going to find out why you should be line dancing. And then we'll be joined by the commander of the local DAV and learn about this special veteran service that we have here at the Active Life to help and assist our veterans. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Welcome to Active Living at the Active Life. We have an amazing program today that you're going to enjoy. First off, we're going to talk about line dancing at the Active Life. We have a number of classes available for people of all different types of abilities. And joining me today is two of our fabulous instructors. They're both volunteers at the Active Life, and they do an incredible job teaching individuals how to line dance. And they don't have to teach them how to have a good time because they know how to. Right next to me is Kathy Matthews. She teaches our beginners line dancing class. And next to her is Jackie Chatterton, and she teaches intermediate and advanced line dancing. And so, ladies, thank you so much for being here at our program. There may be people out there that have never line danced before, or maybe they don't even know what line dancing is. So let's start off with Kathy. What is line dancing, and what makes it unique as far as what's it different from square dancing or just regular dancing at a club? What is line dancing all about?
Obviously, it's done in lines.
Okay.
And everybody's supposed to be moving the same direction at the same time. And they're pretty easy dance steps most of the time. Okay. And everybody just has a good old time hollering and turning and swinging. And
now, do you have to have a partner for line dancing?
No, no.
Well, that makes it unique, doesn't it? Because a lot of dancing, you have to have a partner. Right. So you could come and line dance and don't have to worry about having a partner. Right. So you're just going to be all lined up there and do that. So let's start off with you, Kathy, on the beginners line dancing. How beginners do you start? What do you teach them to begin with? I mean, from ground level, do you teach them if they've never danced before? Could they come to one of your classes?
Yes, in October I'll start the basics again.
Okay.
And that is just learning different steps.
Okay.
And then putting it to fairly easy dances.
Okay.
And then it runs into the beginners, and they have they know the dance steps. They just have to learn new routines, and then the advanced ones have harder steps, and it goes over to her. To
so I've watched your classes and all, because so you'll actually walk them through the dance, and then you'll start up the music and do that. It's very helpful. And again, the number of people that come and take advantage of it says they really are enjoying it and having a great, and people are laughing and smiling. It's a part of that. So it's not too serious, right? We're not talking about, they're not trying out for the Rockettes. They're just having a great time and learning how. So Jackie, you work with an intermediate and advanced level, and so when is somebody ready to move from the beginners into those levels?
We always thought about 16 times of doing basic, because even intermediate and advanced have the same steps as basic and beginners. It's just it's done faster, different segments of it. And then it's basically 16, 20 times maybe, whenever you feel comfortable enough. And it's just get in there and try it. The only thing is it's repetition. You've just got to, don't think that you're going to get there and you're going to do it. You're going to have to do it a few more times, and then before you know it, you've got it down pat.
Now, we always think about the physical benefits of dance and all that, but as you were talking about the repetition and learning the dance moves and all, that's something that really helps your mind too.
Exactly.
To memorize and learn the different steps.
Yeah. And then you'll say, well, this dance we're going to do next. You're going, how do I do it? Well, then you just tell them, oh yeah, I remember it. And we always do 4 walls. Okay. Because every time you turn, the wall makes the whole dance feel different. Okay. So we try to teach them the 4 walls before we put the music on, and then go with that. And it's
nice. Yes. Nice. Well, let's go back to to the start of this so that they understand what's available here in LaGrange. We also have line dancing at the West Point Active Life, but let's talk about LaGrange today because you teach here in LaGrange. We start off on Mondays where we have a beginner's class at 1 p.m.
Yes.
And you teach that.
Yes.
And then we move into Tuesday and we have 2 classes available, but they're all starting in the late afternoon, 5:45 for the beginners, 7 p.m. for advanced, okay?
Right.
And that class is taught by Mark Richardson, is that correct?
Exactly.
And so he's been on our program before too. We move into Wednesday and we've got 2 classes, 11 a.m. that's a beginner's class and a 1 p.m. that's an intermediate class.
Right.
Now see, this is amazing. I didn't mention this. The amazing part of this is they're free classes.
Yes.
Because you are volunteering your time and energy, it allows us to be able to host these classes for free. So that's wonderful. And then finally we move to Thursday and we have a 1 p.m. advanced.
Advanced, yes.
Okay. So occasionally we'll have a special Tuesday night line dancing dance. It's available, and again, that's a free opportunity to come and try out your dances and all, and you have snacks and all kind of fun things, and so that's great. Now, the music that you play, this is a kind of a Western style dance, and so there's a lot of country, but you have other music too. Kathy, tell me, what are some of the music selections that people might know and kind of the flavors of, of just, maybe some of the variety that you have?
Well, let's see. We do something to YMCA.
Okay.
And we do something by the Bee Gees.
Good. So you have pop music as well as country.
And musicals. Do a lot of musicals. But I do probably more of the new Western.
Okay.
Whereas Jackie does more of the...
I do more country.
More of classic
type.
Okay.
The older country song.
Okay.
Yeah. I like the
Fantastic.
country
And a lot of
music.
people like to do all of them. They don't just come to my classes. They go all the way through.
Oh, they'll do all the classes.
Because they enjoy the friendship as well as the learning and all of that.
Oh, yeah.
That
So they come
is
to all of
neat.
them.
Wow.
And gives
And that's something that we're going to do a little bit is we're going to meet some of the people that take the classes and some of the amazing benefits. When we talked about physical, staying in shape, and you don't even realize it, but you're exercising all kind of muscles, and then your mind is being utilized, and you're having a great time. So that helps to cover over any discomfort you may feel of, getting a good workout. And that's the best kind of exercise, isn't it?
does.
That you don't even realize
Right.
you're exercising.
Exactly.
So we're excited about that. The classes are free. We've talked about that. And when you mentioned earlier about the basic will start back in October, and that would be before your beginner's classes, like 30 minutes before.
That's correct.
And you even go even more basic to help people
Yes.
learn that have never been dancing. And so we encourage you is to get off of your couches and come on over to the Active Life. We're open to 55 and older. The late afternoon classes like the Tuesday night are available also for other adults of other ages. But the ones that are daytime are strictly 55 and older. All right. So thank you so much for joining us. Now we're going to bring back some of your students, and so I'm going to bring you back along with them so they don't feel alone. But thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now that we're back in school, we want to make sure that you get the message about school bus safety.
Don't pass the stop school bus.
Do you hear what I'm saying? If our school bus driver stops to let us out, you need to stop too.
It's the law.
If there is a median in the road, oncoming traffic can keep going.
But you still need to be careful. I may be crossing the street. When the school bus stops for us to get off, our traffic from both directions must stop. And don't think no one is watching either.
There are stop arm cameras on a lot of Troup County school buses, and they may take your picture.
And that picture will be mailed to you along with a citation.
Fines associated with this offense range from $300 to $1,000, with points being assessed to your driver's license. If these fines go unpaid, a warrant can also be issued for your arrest.
What are we in here? Hurry for anyone. Please slow down. My life depends on it. And mine too. Mine too.
Hello, my name is Dr. Jeff Turner, Director of Transportation with Troup County Schools. Troup County school buses travel approximately 2.2 million miles every year. There are approximately 8,000 school-age students that depend on us for the transportation to and from school, and they depend on you for safe driving around school buses.
This is Lieutenant Mark Costiel with the City of LaGrange Police Department. Failing to stop for a school bus whose lights are flashing and actively offloading children is a serious offense. Fines for this offense range from $300 to $1,000 and can result in the suspension of your driver's license.
We advise you to slow down and be safe. Don't sacrifice safety for convenience.
There are a lot of kids depending on you to do the right thing.
Welcome back to Active Living at the Active Life. Joining us is Jean Shirley, one of the Active Life students of line dance. And you take a lot of classes, don't you?
I take every class Kathy offers and one of Jackie's.
Oh, that is fabulous. And so how long have you been line dancing?
How long have you been teaching?
About 2 years.
About 2 years.
Oh, so you just started when she was, so 2 years line dancing. What attracts you to line dancing and want to do it so many times during the week?
It's good exercise.
Okay.
I wear a Fitbit and it counts my steps, and I get about 5,000 steps per hour.
Do you really?
Which is good.
Ah.
It makes you think. It makes you think enough that you have to make your feet do what your mind tells it to do.
Oh, that is
so
great.
It keeps you active.
Okay, and do y'all have a good? I've heard groups in there laughing at all. Do y'all just get silly sometimes?
We do, and we've met lots of friends through this, and people that now we know outside of class that we didn't know before.
Nice, that is so good, and that you take several classes and are able to do. Let me ask you this question, just because some people may be out there wondering, should I line dance and all that? Was there some hurdles you had to go over initially? And what are those that the teachers are able to help you learn? Is some of the steps, learning the initial steps at first, takes a little bit of time, or what would you say?
I think if you've never danced before, yes, learning the steps in the right sequence takes practice.
Okay.
And our teachers are wonderful, and they practice us real well, and nobody ever gets angry that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
I know. That's good. It's not taking themselves too seriously, but you're still working hard and having a great time and learning new steps and all.
And if we don't get it the first time, they'll teach it again the next day, so we always have the second chance.
Now, what would you say to somebody out there that may be considering taking line dance? Would you encourage them? How would you encourage them to come out and give it a try?
That it's good exercise and it's lots of fun, and you'll meet lots of friends.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you for joining us, Jean.
Well, thank you.
And Jean's a big traveler with us too, so she dances all around the world with us. So thank you for being with us today and sharing about your line dancing.
Thank you.
Okay.
We love our town. I love my street. I love my street.
I'm West Point Mayor Steve Trammell. Did you know Webster's Dictionary defines litter as things lying about in disorder, especially bits of rubbish?
I love my town.
I love my town.
I love my street.
I love my street.
I love my town. I love my town.
And I love my town.
I'm Hogansville Mayor Bill Stankiewicz. Did you know litter cleanup costs in the U.S. are roughly $11.5 billion? And in Georgia, they're $14.6 million.
I love my town.
I love my town. I love my town. I love my town.
Litter decreases property values by up to 15%.
Litter kills wildlife, diminishes water quality, and is a factor in several motorists' deaths every year.
Littering is a crime. If you are caught littering in Georgia, you could pay a fine of up to $1,000. I love my town.
And I love my town.
We love our town! I
West Point loves you.
Hogansville loves you. LaGrange loves you.
Troup County loves you.
Love it back.
Love it right back.
Welcome back to Active Living at the Active Life. Joining us now is Sunshine Crowder, another student of line dancing here at the Active Life. And Jackie's back with us again. Thank you for being back here. Sunshine, how long have you been taking line dancing at the Active Life?
A year and 3 months.
Okay, did you line dance before you came here?
No, not at all.
Oh, so you just, okay. So what do you enjoy about taking line dancing and being a part of these classes?
Well, I enjoy doing it daily.
Do you have a good time and laugh?
Yes, a lot of fun, meeting new people.
Has it been, do you believe, has it been helpful to you health-wise? Have you noticed an improvement of this exercise?
Yes, it helped my mind.
Okay.
It helped me focus more.
Great.
And it do body's good for my body limbs and stuff that way.
That is wonderful.
Your legs.
Legs, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Jackie, you mentioned earlier about when you're teaching and you have the 4 walls. How do you call them all by a different name, or how do people learn the 4 walls?
I meant when you're explaining a dance, you start front. Everybody looks up front, and then we say, "All right, now we're going to turn to the next wall."
Okay.
And do the same thing on that wall.
Ah.
And then you got to turn to the back and do the same thing on that wall. And then turn on the other side, so that you do all 4 walls.
Okay, so it just is, it's all based on where you start off.
Right,
and
right. And because a lot of dances are 4-wall dances.
Okay.
If they're a 2-wall, you just do the front and the back.
Okay.
But when you do turn around, as some of them have noticed, boy, it does change the whole
aspect. It makes it feel
of the
differently.
dance.
Was that difficult initially to learn how to do that when you changed walls?
In the beginning, it was. I had to focus on it when I go to the next wall. And it's real good.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
And a lot of them have trouble on the back. They always seem, because this instructor is always up front. And we can do the side, but then the back wall, we try, if somebody that does know the dance, they can say, well, watch such and such in the back line, and that'll help them. But lots of times we run around and do all 3, but we're not there when you do the dance.
Right. So. Well, you mentioned, Sunshine, how it's helped you health-wise and also mental focus and sharpness. Jackie, as an instructor, how is that beneficial to you? What's drawn you to be an instructor and to be a teacher of line dancing? Why?
Well, it's just I enjoy dancing.
Okay.
And the instructor that I had went on vacation, and I said, I can't wait till he gets back for 2 months. So I started doing my own, and then I just started, everybody kept coming to me when he wasn't around. So I just enjoy it. It just,
That's neat. Well, thank you for being a volunteer here at the Active Life. Thank you for being a student.
Thank you.
How long have you been a member here at the Active Life?
About 2 years.
2 years, all right. And have you enjoyed being a member here?
Yes,
all
yes. I love it.
Well, great, Sunshine. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Jackie, for joining us. And keep on line dancing.
Well, we're gonna.
We'll be back soon.
Thank you.
I'm LaGrange Mayor Jim Thornton. And I'm Patrick Cruz, Chairman of the Troup County Board of Commissioners. And we've got a question for you. Have you ever littered?
No. Sometimes. I see my dad litter. It's something what you just throw on the floor, and you don't. You just throw things on the floor, and when you don't need to. I just don't like putting in the trash can sometimes, but sometimes I do put them in the trash can. Don't do that. Just a piece of trash on our yard, and I don't like people that litter. He just threw the gun out the window. Cheap, beautiful. If you are littering people, stop littering right now. Don't litter. And you're a grown-up, you should know that. Keep Troup beautiful.
Littering in Troup County is not a small problem. It's a big one, and we need everyone to do their part.
The city of LaGrange, along with Troup County and the cities of Hogansville and West Point, want to clean up our community.
So please don't trash Troup.
Let's pick it up. Working together, we can keep Troup County a beautiful place to live.
Welcome back. Joining me now here at the Active Life is Ann Ehrenheim. She is the commander for the DAV, which stands for the Disabled American Veterans. And this is Chapter 31. And what does Chapter 31 cover?
We cover all of Troup County, Harris County, and this area between here and Muskogee.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us, Ann.
You're welcome.
Tell us a little bit about the DAV. What is the DAV for?
The DAV was established to help our American service members who came back from war or who had served, who were disabled at some time during their military service. It was established to help them, not only them, but their widows and their orphans. So the DAV dates back about 100 years. They help veterans with their benefits.
Okay.
They helped them through the VA process. And then if a veteran was to expire from wounds suffered during the service, they could help the widow and the orphans obtain benefits on the veteran's behalf.
Now, is the DAV a nonprofit agency or a part of the federal government, or how is the DAV funded?
No, we are a nonprofit organization.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And how do you raise your funds?
Multiple ways. National, of course, they raise theirs from corporate sponsors, from memberships. We here at Chapter 31, we raise ours through memberships and then fundraising here in the local area.
Oh, fantastic. And I remember going to, I think, a Golden Corral being one of the corporate sponsors for the DAV, so that is fantastic. Well, thank you for what you do. And you served our country in the military, is that correct?
Yes, sir, I did.
Tell us about your service.
Well, I joined the United States Army in 1986 when I was 17 years old, and I retired 25 years later. I served all over the world, one tour to a Desert Storm, a couple tours to Iraq, so very proud that I was able to serve.
Wow. Well, I know the audience joins me in saying thank you for your service to our country, and thank you for continuing to serve our country through serving the veterans. Now, the veterans, the reason we're interviewing you today is because the DAV has a special service to our community on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 7 p.m. here at the Active Life.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about what you do on those two evenings.
Okay, thank you. Well, those 2 evenings we encourage veterans. We invite veterans to come to us who need assistance with their filing their VA benefits, like their disability benefits or their health benefits. We invite the widows of veterans and, of course, the orphans of veterans to come in so we can help them obtain their benefits as well from the VA. Our chapter offers limited financial assistance to veterans as well. They don't have to be disabled veterans, but just be
all
veterans.
Okay.
We can help them with their utility bill if they're falling behind. We can help them with their mortgage or their rent if they're falling behind there. With medication, if we have a veteran who needs food, we can help them with that. So we do offer those type of services as well. And just try to let veterans know that they may be entitled to benefits, and they should just come and see us, and we can find out what we can do for them. All of our services are offered free of charge.
Oh, that is fabulous. And so at the Active Life, you are here on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 7 p.m. and it's in the media room. And so they would access by going in between the two buildings through the sliding glass door in the bigger building.
Yes.
And you're right there to the left. And that is some of the services you provide. Would be extremely valuable to veterans and their spouses. And so that is great. What is, since you have this opportunity and you work with a lot of veterans, what is one thing that you would like to communicate to them that maybe they need to take advantage of that they're not taking advantage of now, or they may not be?
Well, there are a lot of benefits out there that veterans really just don't know about. We have a number of veterans. We have a lot of veterans who don't apply for benefits because of quite honestly, ego reasons sometimes. Maybe they've been treated so poorly by the military or been treated poorly when they return from war that they've kind of given up. They've thrown their hands up and said, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Well, when you come to us, we're going to open you with welcome arms because our brothers and sisters in arms are just that. We're a family. And I want every veteran to know that there may be benefits. And if it's not for them, if they're not doing it for them, do it for their families. Because you don't want to leave your family with nothing when you're gone. So we do encourage them.
And it's so helpful that you're there to walk them through, because I know paperwork can be intimidating to individuals, and to have somebody that would spend time and be patient with them to help them complete that is a great service. So, well, I hope some people will hear about this and take advantage and start coming in. The Active Life in LaGrange is 140 Ragland Street, and again, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And so you can assist them. And I see that you'll have computers there that you're able to do some of the paperwork and print it out and take care of sending it and faxing it when it's needed. Well, thank you, Commander Ann Ehrenheim, in chapter 31?
Chapter 31, yes.
Here in Troup County. And so some military, who would join the local chapter? Are these normally veterans themselves that would join and be a part of this chapter?
Yes, Dan. You have to be a disabled veteran to be a part of the Disabled American Veterans, yes.
All right.
But you don't have to be disabled to receive assistance from us.
Okay, that's a good clarification. And so if they needed to get in touch with the DAV, is there like a number they would call locally, or they should just come here and see you directly, or
probably
what would be the
easiest
best
to come here and see me directly.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Ann, for joining us today, and I hope people will hear about this, and even if they're not veterans, they could spread the word and tell others about this valuable service.
That's right.
So thank you for joining us. Have a great day. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you've learned a little bit about line dancing. Maybe learned enough that you need to come on out to the Active Life and learn the basics if you don't know how to line dance, or join right in if you already know how. We've got those 3 beginners classes available, and intermediate and advanced classes all available here, and we'd be glad to show you where you meet. We also learned a little bit about a special service here at the Active Life for our veterans, and I hope if you're a veteran and have not been taking advantage of some of the assistance from the DAV, come here on Thursday, or Tuesdays or Thursdays from 4 to 7 p.m. in our Activity Center media room, and they will help you fill out forms or make the right contacts you need to help you take advantage of the benefits that may be available to you. But thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next month.